So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Mars in the 11th house in Sagittarius for Aquarius ascendant people, as in what happens when Mars, who's in the 11th house, goes into the sign of Sagittarius. And as always, we do not know if you have this particular Mars, along with all your astrological details. You can check out the links here, curiousastrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and a link to my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where I've just uploaded Virgo blank chart predictions, and then Libra is coming by end of this week. So, Mars in the 11th house. So remember, Mars rules the 3rd and 10th house, sits in the 11th house. So obviously this is a very strong placement for Mars because the 10th Lord has gone second from itself, is to gain, is to get its desires fulfilled. Okay. Usually also what happens is with this particular Mars, either a person is the eldest sibling or the youngest sibling. Because of the 3rd Lord being in the 11th house, 11th Lord being in the 3rd house, usually produces these type of scenarios. Unless there is a blockage to that, okay? Because any position and its yoga can be blocked by either Saturn or Ketu, okay? So that means they can stop this person being the youngest. They may get another one, okay? But usually this is the position. And this person is a natural strategist. When it comes to career, when it comes to their work, when it comes to their own effort, dealing with the communications, sales, marketing, they're strategists, they're planning things. These are the people that will read books on strategies. These are the people that you can see working in companies like McKinsey and Company, Bain and Company, Korn Ferry, KPMG. Now, of course, career is not just seen from this one placement because one can be an accountant, one can be an actor. But what this shows is that a person is willing to strategize to gain their status in life. And they will fight. This person is ready to fight. This person is extremely fast in their movement in terms of when an idea comes in. Okay? Usually all fire signs possess these type of qualities. Okay, Aries being the most strongest, because Aries will jump without thinking. But this person, when the idea comes in, they don't jump into doing something immediately. What they do, they jump into planning it. Okay, like for example, if let's say I'm making a movie, I've got the idea and I've got this burning desire. I'm already on it. I'm like, I don't need to plan. I know exactly in my head what I need to do. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there you go. There's your Ketu movie. Hopefully you saw that. But these people will strategize immediately. They'll be like, okay, first I have to do this, then this, then this, then this, then that. You will also see, you would have noticed this about your either bosses or sometimes some member in your father's family. They cannot sit still when they eat food. They will always have to walk around while eating food. They have to get up and move things while eating food. Okay. And the other thing you will see, the quality of this person at work. Now, usually you see in a corporate world, we do tame our personalities. We don't really show who we truly are, although naturally 50% of it will come out. 60-70% of it will come out. But usually this person will not want to have somebody else talk over them. They will talk over somebody else. They want to put their point first. They want to put their point forward. Because this is the Mars that is completely focused on making money. Making money and wanting to destroy competition. These are the two goals for this particular Mars. But what this Mars desires the most, where they feel alive the most, is when they're putting their own effort and making their own bread and eating their own bread, which pretty much means that a person will have strong inclination towards doing business. Now, can they do business? No, because you have to see the relationship between Saturn and Mercury. Because if that's not there, then yes, person can frustrate themselves that why my businesses are not working. Why do they keep repeating themselves? Why am I keep failing and restarting again? Because I've seen positions of these type of alignments many times. Mars in the 11th in Sagittarius, but then the alignment is not there and person is wanting to do business, has done to business, not going anywhere. Okay. And on the other hand, we also see that usually younger siblings, either younger or the elder sibling, either will do extremely well in management and law, logic, statistics. Okay, this person may not, they can actually go towards the technical knowledge. Like, especially if, let's say, Mercury is in the seventh house or with Mars, they'll go towards, or Mercury can be in the second house. And if Jupiter is there, then a person will desire to be a chartered accountant. Now, of course, these things are in a very gray area now because you don't know what's going to be taken over by AI. Because accounting is simply like numbers, numbers and loopholes. Like whatever your government passes the law for that year, what can be written off, what cannot be written off, what can be those. If AI gets that, okay, there it is. There's your accounting, there is your balance sheet, there's your taxes. So we don't know where all of this commotion is going to take us to. But for right now, in our present moment, yeah, it can produce, people who love to crunch numbers. The other thing you will also see, whenever this person goes out either for work or they're going with their friends, they always want to stay. Like one thing you will see with this person, they will love searching for hotels, resorts. Like when they find out that I have to go for a conference and either I'm paying on my own or this is my budget, they'll spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes looking at the view, looking at, oh, this is the hotel. Oh, should I book this or not? And usually for Mars and Sagittarius, when the anger comes about, if a person, it shows that a person has a lot of rage and anger within them, incense smoke will calm this person down. When not any kind of smoke, not like you're smoking and that'll calm you down. No, when the incense smoke is lit, this person feels calm. Okay. And usually you will see such a person with Mars and Sagittarius will find their wealth near a vast body of water, like an ocean, beach, sea, or like a lake that is big enough to look like the sea. For example, let's say if you go to Lake Michigan, I went to Chicago, and when I went towards the shore to see Lake Michigan, I'm like, is this a lake or is this like a sea? It wasn't the ocean because of course it won't have waves. But I'm like, my God, it's like endless. This is Lake Michigan. And of course, from the map, if you can see a big lake, it's going to be ocean-like place. So such people do really well when they work near the shoreline of any country or by the sea. Their wealth continuously is active within this position. Also, you will see with this person, there would have been surgeries with either maternal aunts or uncles. After this person's birth, probably when they were like 8 years old, 8 or 6, one of your aunts and uncles would have gotten some kind of a surgery, or they would have gotten kind of some kind of a hurt, like bodily pain would have occurred. On the other hand, this Mars can definitely give very dominating in-laws. Very strong, headstrong in-laws. Even if they're not dominating, they're very stubborn. Very strong-headed. Highly righteous. Or even if like they're not righteous in your particular mind, the principles that they're following, they're gonna be righteous to those principles. Okay. And there will be many like disputes and fights in in-laws' home related to property. Okay, that's a given. And the other thing we also see, usually Mars in the 11th house can produce definitely boys and girls together. Okay. Such people with Mars in the 11th house in Sagittarius may also have some phobia connected with pets like dogs. Okay. Like maybe early in life you were bitten by a dog or nubbed by a dog, so that phobia would kind of stay. And that becomes even more strong when especially Mars is in the axis or in the drishti, meaning sight of Rahu and Ketu. And one of the other things that this person, actually this is what makes them strong. Like in their career, they will deal with conspiracies and controversies. But they love that because they love to fight that. See, the thing, like I told you, this person loves to fight. When there's a fight to be fought for their profession, for the fruits of their labor, this is where actually they become very agile. And they kind of like spring into action. Their brain becomes, the neurological connection suddenly becomes active. This is why the two same people will not react to the same, mindset. Because again, it all comes down to your birth chart. But this person, when there's fight, when there's competition, they're like, all right, this is what I needed. Let's go. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis, short analysis of Mars in the 11th house in Sagittarius. Okay. And we'll see you next time with Mars in the 12th house. Bye-bye.